Pedro.
Come in.
I'm here to report the situation so far. Some neutral parties have tilted in favor of the draft.
How many?
Not a lot of them, but enough to make the votes even. They have always pursued revolution in the Foundation. Looks like Mark has finally persuaded them. I heard Miss Z has been working hard on canvassing too. But the number of the Conservatives remains the same. We don't have to worry about that. I believe we will still prevail in the final vote days later.
What about the other groups?
Still functioning as usual. Nothing special. By the way, Bernard and his men paid a visit to SPDM. I didn't get to talk to them.
Thank you for the report. She's never been so persistent. Do you know why she's been so different this time, Pedro?
I didn't realize you had time to invite me to play table tennis. Or are you actually here to lobby, Madam Z?
I'll say both, Cats. Back then when I was a student, I'd often invite my classmates to play ping pong after we left the laboratory. A cold shower after getting soaked in sweat is a piece of memory I can't forget.
You remind me of the old days in the table tennis varsity. You're the only one I can practice with here. Serve it, Madam Z. Let's compete. Backhand sharp. Great, great. Again. Ready to go. Hey. Nice shot.
We're planning to revise some articles in the draft.
Which articles?
The article is about strengthening the control of registered arcanists. You're right. We do need to improve the credibility of the Foundation in the outside world.
Tell me more.
The Timekeeper's power to discipline should be transferred back to the School of Discipline and the Foundation. The Foundation will conduct a unified risk assessment on arcanists to ensure this team is always under control.
But in fact, it still belongs to the Timekeeper, right?
That is our minimum requirement. And you will not change.
I didn't expect you to compromise.
It's not a compromise. It's a reasonable amendment to the draft. Transferring the power of education and discipline to the Foundation will help lower the budget and reduce the pressure on Burton.
And you would even lobby an opponent, me, for this amendment.
A reasonable appeal shouldn't be rejected just because it is raised by a different faction. The Foundation needs solidarity, not contradiction. If the draft is meant to pass, I will do whatever I can to make it meet most expectations. Just like this ping pong game. Friendship first, competition second. Legislation shall serve the people.
You have my vote, Madam Z.
A vote is not the only thing I need, Katz.
Constantine.
Has the voting started? You see, here is the number of votes I have estimated. The pro-drafts will lose by 5 votes to their opponent. Don't forget our bet. The one who loses will pay for the new stamps.
The final vote is not today, I'm afraid. Zi's speech is still ongoing. She has just started the part on Article 3, Section 5 of the Rules of Procedure. But the speech has already lasted 7 hours. Even some delegates have left.
What? A filibuster?
Yes, and Katz's speech will be right after that. So, I guess the final vote won't start until tomorrow. That won't make a difference. Delaying the vote won't change the result.
We don't know yet. I didn't expect that she would be trying so hard. But for me, this is not necessarily bad news. The filibuster will only have 2 outcomes. It is either one of the parties wins over 2/3 of support and gains victory, or both parties get stuck in a tug of war. If this tug of war doesn't end with a clear outcome, the Storm Reformation will end up completely dead and forbidden to be discussed within 5 years. Are the stakes getting too high?
Madam Vice President, Mr. President came back from the Pax house.
I will go see him now.
He's waiting for you in the office.
Mr. President. Good day to you, sir. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us.
Are you feeling better these days?
I can still hang in for a few years. Thank you.
Are they doing all right?
Just as usual. Nothing to worry about. I'll stay in the Foundation these months. The agenda is well arranged. There is something more important that I must tell you in person.
This is their judgment.
Yes.
Then I have no objection to it.
Hold tight, my friend.
Excuse me. I have to admit, I was surprised. Thank you for telling me this.
Look at where you... A human. She started for... They claim... Fortune. Chain.
As witness?
Yes. Your report means a lot to him.
I can provide the report, but I have no experience in court hearings. If I say something wrong, will it affect the special prosecutor's decision?
Soneto, testifying is not taking exams. The court doesn't need a skillful witness. Just honestly tell them what you saw. Focus on the point, and don't distort the facts. The Supreme Court, they value the sense of justice of the use.
Sense of justice.
And that's a noble quality you have.
I will do my best, Madam Z.
Call the witness.
Greetings. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us. Soneto, as informed by the subpoena, you have been called forth by the accuser, Bernard Wilson, to testify as the witness in court. Could you specify the relationship between you and the accuser?
We did not know each other. I heard of him at work, but we rarely worked together.
Then why did he call you?
I was one of the parties involved in the 1929 storm incident. I submitted a detailed report of that. He searched the database and found the report, so he made a request for access to my supervisor, Madam Z. Then, Madam Z asked if I would be willing to provide the report and attend court as witness.
Could you tell me the reason why you agreed to testify?
My immediate supervisor is having a long-term treatment, and there are more time slots available on my schedule. I am happy to be able to make a difference during the time and defend the established facts. More importantly, I personally believe that there is still much room for improvement for the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States.
What is this, Miss Soneto?
This is a record of all my travels from the time I received the promotion order in the research center to go to the office in Chicago in the United States, to the time I went back to the headquarters of the Foundation when the storm came. This is the field report and diary I wrote about the storm in 1929.
What point do you make?
I would like to prove that the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States violated the Declaration, Fight for the Peace and Order of Mankind, and the rights of some humans and arcanists.
You're tarnishing our reputation! I request a debate duel. I won't allow her to distort the truth like this.
Mr. Seth, I haven't checked these files yet. Silence, please.
Your Honor, you can examine the files one by one while we're having the debate duel. I can't bear to see the long history of our office slandered in this way by a newcomer. I demand a duel with her.
Sonetto is an investigator with rich combat experience. There is no good dueling with her. Do you accept the debate duel?
I have no objection, madam.
Please to the stage, duelists. The debate during your duel will be faithfully recorded. 3 defeats in the debate of one side will end the duel. You have the floor now.
Take thy sword. Duel with someone fair and square.
I have decades of historical materials of the office and know it better than anyone else. Well, you were in office for just 3 days? What makes you think your testimony is more valuable than my materials?
Whether the history is long or short, it does not affect the validity of the facts. Article 78 of the International Law of Procedure states, any individual who has knowledge of the case and has an independent will is obliged to testify as witness. Hereon, I shall prove the value of my testimony. February 14th, 1920. Half of the staff in the office were absent from work. I learned that this was permitted by the director. They were required to sell alcohol in speakeasies at night to make a profit for the office. The malpractice at daytime was therefore tacitly approved. This can be found in photo appendix number 3-12-8.
Slander! It's individual behavior of the employees who do not comply with the rules.
May the peace be with us. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Memorize the script before you open your mouth, Miss Sonetto.
That morning, a procession appeared in the square in front of the office. They were mostly humans, with a few arcanists. They were protesting against the high registration fee charged by the office for registering their identity information. In addition, there was a racial brawl in the square, but the office did not send anyone to pacify the crowd or maintain the order.
Do you have any evidence?
I wrote them in my diary. Does that count as evidence?
Yes. Please tell me which page it is on.
Take a deep breath, and then focus.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Left hands up! Now right!
These are all insignificant glitches. To be honest, you can find similar problems in any large institution in the world. As long as we manage the office in a different way or change the staff, it would be improved. But you claimed that we violated the Declaration of Peace. This is pure slander, gross defamation.
I am not slandering the office. Schneider. You refuse to offer a human, no, an entire family, the shelter of the Foundation. Schneider, a friend we met in Chicago. She once chose to join the Foundation under the pressure of both the Storm and Manus Vindictae. But instead of offering any solution or help, you just gave her a rejection letter. I found this letter in her suit pocket. It had a small line written on it. Poppers, fuck off.
I had completely no idea what this was about. Not to mention the fact that no one at the office had ever heard of the Storm. What help could they offer?
In this particular case, You should have reported to the headquarters or to the investigators out there, instead of doing nothing but leaving an insult. I do not understand why there was such wording on it. Was it because she did not pay enough shelter fee to qualify for sheltering? Or was it because the wand she used was transformed by Arcanum, which made you think she was an Arcanist? Does not the Declaration of Peace say, everyone, strong or weak, rich or poor, of any race deserves a helping hand so that the existing peace and order shall be maintained? They were humans. If only they had made it to the headquarters sooner. Maybe they...
In the particular circumstance at present, it's impossible for the headquarters to take in humans from all over the world. But you bring out a possibility better than anything that happened. Thank you very much for your testimony, Ms. Zanetto. And also for the debate, Mr. Seth.
I seem to be too emotional just now.
Miss Zanetto. You brought us a great debate. Have you heard of the Supreme Court? You should come when you're free.
I was told you have something important to share.
Yes, the filibuster is about to end. Z told me they are going to end the speech and apply for the official vote at noon. If you're going to continue with the debate, don't forget to send your men.
Do you see Bernard over there?
Yes. Quite a lot of his men attended today. They have remained uncommitted to Storm Reformation so far. I thought they wouldn't bother to attend. The opposition side doesn't need a dozen more votes to win, after all.
But the advocates of the draft do. There will be a new draft given to you in 2 hours. I brought together a revision group last night with some hired experts. We have adjusted some of the articles in the previous draft. I will need you to present it to everyone when the time comes.
What for? Is that draft going to be adopted? Draft is going to be adopted, isn't it?
There are things that even I cannot maneuver. All I can do is bring benefits to as many people as possible. I have specifically made some amendments to the clearance to educate and discipline unregistered arcanists in Section 3 on page 21, as well as the duties and obligations of the Timekeeper's Special Team in Section 1 on page 40. Every arcanist assigned to the Timekeeper's department will be put through the Foundation's risk assessment and graded accordingly. Ordinary arcanists only need to receive primary artificial somnambulism training. The more extraordinary ones will be sent to the School of Discipline for re-education.
Delegate Mark also submitted another edition, which was quite similar to this one.
Is that so? Well, very well. I'm pleased we have reached a consensus even before we meet. Here are more things we have revised. Given their resistance to the storm, the Timekeeper's special team will take up more work related to Manus Vindictae. The Foundation will utilize their abilities. We've also fine-tuned the details. They will be given more executive power while the Foundation retains control over all things. Remember, we have to make everyone aware of these changes before the voting starts. We have to make sure this version of the proposal is the one that gets the final approval in the end.
Understood. Can't believe this is happening. Huh. The first revolution targeting arcanists in the past decades. Don't forget my stamps for this quarter, Constantine.
I'm so tired that my eyes are failing me. No, it's not the time to relax. Just 2 more hours. Hang in there. It will end soon.
Ah, roast leg of lamb, Wellington steak, Turkish kebab. Oh, I want meat!
Are you hungry? Worry not. The leaves of the potatoes we planted have turned yellow. Miss Reveese said this is the harvest time. Let's dig them out and make shepherd's pie.
Potato? Vegetable? No, I don't want them anymore. I've been eating healthy salads for a month. I want meat. I want rich, juicy, meaty, sinewy, savory, sizzling meat! Wait. It smells so good. That's meat! Where's that smell coming from?
I do smell something good as well.
I'll take a look.
Wait, Regulus! The critter's lair is over there!
Critters?
No worries. Critter is a type of meat. Roast it over fire and a square meal is here. Smells so good. It's over here. Oh no, what can I do? Father said some critters could cause hallucination and diarrhea if eaten.
What's going on, Miss Sotheby? Why are you here walking around alone? Where is Captain?
Oh, good to see you here. Regular said she smelled meat and went straight to the forest to catch critters.
Waffle. It has been too long since we last had Dr. Pepper. Does Captain finally start to have a senior moment?
Let's hurry over and take a look. The smell of food is unusual. It's verdant over there. There may well be other dangers lurking somewhere.
This is weird. Where on earth does the smell come from? Blimey! It's a carbuncle! Regulus, it's not edible!
That's the lair of carbuncles. They've been stirred up.
Whoa! A bumper harvest of critters! Come and help!
Hold on, Captain. We're coming.
Oh, are they really all inedible? I did smell the sizzling meat. Oh, it's somewhere around here. Right around...
Oh, hi.
Who are you?
Lilia? What are you doing here?
I got you something good.
Whoa! Lamb, it tastes so good. So good. I barely know what grease is supposed to taste like. Thank the great god of rock for his blessings. This pirate finally gets some meat to eat.
Huh? It is me you should thank, the goddess of victory, who soon brings you freedom.
Bring us freedom soon. May I ask, how should I interpret your words?
You want some?
Thank you so much for coming alone and providing us with supplies, Lilia. However, please tell us why you are here. Did Madame Z send you?
already been 4.5 weeks, right? This is not the first time I visit you guys here.
The one hiding in the shadow last time? It's you?
I wonder how much longer you can hold on for Vertin. You see, saying is one thing, fighting is another. I've seen many deserters. Way too many. Crying out loud, peeing their pants, drooling all over on their rabbit food. But you guys are different. You actually did it. You conquered places in the Foundation, defended your own places, and put pressure on those in white till this day, the last day in this 4.5 weeks. That's the Stalnaya Volya I appreciate. If I didn't come today, would you eat your boots tomorrow?
Of course not. We still have potatoes, almost ripe. And carrots.
Thank you for your kindness, Miss Lilia. May I take it that you are coming to bring us the good news? Is there a final result for Madame Z's draft?
So far as I know, Madame Z hasn't given up yet. Just like you, when she gets serious, she looks like a fierce doe. But I already lost my patience. Tons of processes need to be done before it can be performed, even if the draft is passed at the final vote. As long as Vertin is still on that bed in the ward, you're just an isolated island. Everyone can step on you. Take care of them for me when necessary. That's what Vertin said when she gave me the vodka. It's time to deliver on my promise.
Are you going to do something dangerous?
A thing that is worth the risk. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Someone needs to wake up from the dream.